Trump is a fucking clown. Several leading veterans activists and supporters denounced Donald Trump's hastily arranged fundraiser for veterans in Iowa as a political ploy. Paul Rieckhoff, founder and CEO of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, said in an interview, "The politicization of veterans issues is at an all-time high. We hope all candidates can focus on veterans policies and veterans issues and not just use veterans as a political prop." Good luck with that. The fundraisers grew out of Trump's decision this week to back out of the Fox News-sponsored Republican presidential debates because of his temper tantrum over the choice of one of the moderators, news anchor Megyn Kelly. Very scary. The GOP frontrunner has criticized Kelly's relentlessness in several demeaning and vulgar ways since her questioning of him in an earlier debate. I believe it was something about her being on her period. Something like that. So Trump runs away when he meets a woman he can't intimidate or rape while pulling out chunks of her hair. Search iTunes or YouTube for Sovcast episode 10 to hear that story. Anyways, several groups, including Rieckhoff's, have pledged to reject any money raised by the Trump event. VoteVets.org, a pro-veterans group with a liberal agenda, said in a statement, "Don't hide from Megyn Kelly behind us." The Trump campaign could not be reached for comment. It has to be the first time that Trump has not been able to be reached to make a comment. Questions have swirled around the fundraiser set for Des Moines Drake University, which, if any veterans group have been involved, how will whatever money is raised be distributed? On Trump's website to solicit funds for the veterans, DonaldTrumpForVets.com, a disclosure at the bottom indicates that donations go directly to the Donald J. Trump Foundation, a nonprofit 501c3 organization. Veterans advocates were skeptical of the sincerity of Trump's debate night fundraiser because they said the New York real estate billionaire, along with most of the 2016 candidates, have said little about veterans' issues and how to pay for the increasing cost of their care. All you have to do is listen to their rhetoric. Support our troops, not support our veterans. When you're off dying to bolster the cause of corporate greed, they love ya. When you're just another spent shell casing, they give no fucks. Gary Augustine, executive director of the Disabled American Veterans, said in an interview, "I don't think he's come forward with any substantial plans. I just hope it's something good for veterans and not just politics." Well, Gary, to answer your question about Donald Duck Dick's motives, wait, what was that, Gary? Yeah, I said Donald Duck Dick. Well, a duck's dick looks like a corkscrew, so it's an apt metaphor for how twisted and dickish Trump is. Okay, I'm glad you think it's funny, but the people listening can't hear you over this microphone, so I'm sorry, I have to get back to the show. I'm sorry. Thank you. Bye. Anyways, prior to setting up his own personal debate, ostensibly to raise money for veterans groups, Donald Duck Dick received a letter from a Queens, New York veterans organization asking for a donation so they could help homeless vets. What they received instead was quite different. A bumper sticker reading, "Trump, make America great again." According to Veterans in Command President Larry Robertson, the group sent off a request to Native Son Trump over a year ago asking for a donation for the cash-strapped organization that deals with assisting homeless vets. But they received nothing from the billionaire businessman until last week when the bumper sticker came in the mail with a handwritten note reading, "Unfortunately, we are unable to make donations from the campaign." The note continued, "Mr. Trump is very passionate about giving veterans the best life possible," and was signed Team Trump. And to further ram home the fact that Trump is a taker, not a giver, according to Robinson, since that time they have received requests from Trump's campaign to support the candidate, which the veterans find puzzling. "We never wrote to his campaign," Robertson explained. "Now they want us to get out there and campaign and be on his team." Trump came under harsh criticism from Veterans Group for using them as a cover to avoid the last GOP debate on Fox News because the network refused to remove Trump's nemesis, Megyn Kelly, scary, as a moderator. Oh, well, what's that? I think it's what my dear old grandmother would have called a pussy. But wait, we're not done with Donald Duck Dick just yet, because Trump retweeted a message from a Nazi sympathizing white supremacist. Donald Duck Dick took to Twitter to insult one of his Republican opponents, former governor from Florida, Jeb Bush, after lambasting Bush for being a low energy guy. Kind of is.
Please clap.
Trump retweeted another user's Photoshop picture of a disheveled Bush holding a Vote for Trump sign outside of the Trump Tower. The problem, however, is that the account he retweeted appears to be operated by a Nazi sympathizing white nationalist. The account at White Genocide TM tweets obsessively about white women allegedly raped by various minority groups. That's the usual trope from these fuckers. Here's a quote. Africans and Muslim rape more than anyone else, reads one of the user retweets. Don't let them in. Many of the tweets are accompanied by hashtag rapefugees, apparently a combination of the word rape and refugees. That's fucking classy. The account also dabbles in support for Nazi Germany. One of his quotes, another tweet read, Hitler saved Europe.
You snot-nosed, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole!
That's just really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Duck Dick also has the support of other prominent white nationalist groups. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, 2 prominent white nationalist groups have been making robocalls in support of Duck Dick. In addition, the SPLC writes, former KKK Grand Wizard David Duke has endorsed Trump, as has Andrew Anglin's Daily Stormer. Kyle Rogers, the former webmaster for the white nationalist group Council of Conservative Citizens, or CCC, which some think, CCC sounds like KKK. I don't think they're wrong. But anyways, the CCC is selling Trump t-shirts online, and Brad Griffin, the CCC's current webmaster, regularly praises Trump in his writings. This is not the first time Trump's Twitter account has interacted positively with white nationalists. In November, the Republican candidate retweeted a graphic fallacy stating that 81% of whites who are murdered by blacks. In reality, the actual data shows that 14% of white murder victims are murdered by a black person. So let that be a lesson to you white people. White people are the biggest danger to white people. And wait, holy shit, we still have more Duck Dick news. Trump's spokeswoman defended calling Obama head Negro by blaming liberals on Twitter. Interesting.
I want to take a moment now to ask about some tweets that have appeared on your verified account. You'll remember that my colleague Brian Stelter asked you about a particular tweet you made saying that we need, in your words, pure breed presidents. You dismissed that as silliness, and you noted that people in the Twitter sphere call you half-breed. But I want to draw your attention to 2 other tweets that we found somewhat alarming. I'll be honest with you. October 4th, 2012, you wrote hashtag 2012, choice Mormon or jihadi, clear enough. Then on March 3rd, 2013, you wrote, this corrupt country has a head Negro in charge. Both the wording of those, but also the allegation in effect there. How do you defend those tweets?
Well, absolutely. As an activist, we spend most of our time, particularly in 2012, fighting off liberal activists and other establishment activists. So, of course, you could pull any of those tweets out of one of those heated discussions because a lot of time it's in the sphere of fighting off other liberal activists.
Oh, good for you.
And I got to tell you, it's interesting that this has made some sort of news cycle when we have all of the things that are happening in the world, including a presidential race, to go back 36,000 tweets, pull them out of context of the discussion, and try to make that a news story. That's where we are today in the media. It's very biased, and that is exactly why Mr. Trump is not participating in one of the debates tonight.
Well, I'm just asking you to defend the specific language
Sure.
that you use. You're saying that language responded to other offensive language that was part of the conversation?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, things get very heated in politics. And there were two candidates that I was defending in 2012. One of those was Senator Ted Cruz, and the other was House Speaker Newt Gingrich.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
So in those fights, and there's been a blog post on this in 2012 outlining a lot of those Twitter trolls that we were fighting against.
For me, you're somewhere between a cockroach and that white stuff that accumulates at the corner of your mouth when you're really thirsty.
That's enough Donald Duck Dick for one segment.
Arms for an ex-leper!
Arms for a podcaster! If you like this show, please go to sovcast.tumblr.com. That's SOVCAST.tumblr.com. And look for the donate button. It's right there at the top. I'll just wait here while you go do that, okay? Hello?